This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Worldwide TV Network, Talk 4 TV Media, and K4 HD Radio, streaming live around the world. So I'm in Long Beach, California at the Astro Convention. Astro Convention is the toy convention. So it's Technical Problem Tuesday because we've all had this a lot of times, including myself. So with this, let's start with everybody. So Houston, Texas, Chef Rachel Roberts Recipes, Radon, Beach, California, Nonstop Marie, obviously locally Tosh out of Miami, Florida. All right, Feld is in, I forgot where he is. He's way down there. I think Scott in San Diego, something like that. Let's do Hasmark Publishing and Dax with Max. So the other thing about this, we got Joan on, I think, someplace there too. Money locates you. So she may be coming on, she may not, she may have a problem. And then we got Tameka Chapman. So I call it the Mogul now. She didn't know that, but I am. Tameka, let's start with you. We got your video, we got your sound. Tell us who you are. Why do you reviews and more?
Good evening. My name is Tameka Chapman. I'm the founder and the CEO of Mogul Media and the founder of the Mogul TV Global Network. I didn't hear you exactly what else you wanted me to introduce myself with, but so I'm excited to be here. What
you do, your background and everything, because you got a whole
awesome. So yes, I am the founder of Mogul TV Global Network. We are rated the #1 TV network for positive programming. I'm excited to be able to be a beacon in the world with the programming that we provide. We have an amazing shows on the network, amazing people that I've partnered with to bring amazing content. It's just amazing all around. And I'm just excited to be in this space where I can share my platform for something positive to offer the world.
All right, Scott Feld. I forgot, Scott. Are you in San Diego? I forgot. It's been a while since I talked to you, even though I talked with you.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this. Dax and Max. I brought the book to Tennessee, got a nice shot in the red carpet, and I'm like, because we have people from Hasmark. So talk about this book, why it's important, and do Hasmark Publishing.
I'm so sorry, Brian. It's breaking up, I think, on your end. Sorry to say. But I can say what Dax
to the Max. Go for it.
Yeah. So Dax to the Max is my best-selling book that I wrote. And yep, it was published through Hasmark Publishing in Canada. And Dax to the Max is really all about using finding the superpower imagination and using it over fear. And it takes Dax on a journey into a cave. First, he learns how to use imagination very simply by looking at clouds and seeing things in clouds like all kids do. And then he is led to enter a cave where Fregley the bear lives, and Fregley the bear is fear. And immediately he turned to being very scared, meaning he turned something into fear. And using his imagination, he's coached to make something fun, challenging, exciting. Not everything has to be afraid. You don't have to go with that fear thought. And so ultimately he earns his inner superpower. And that's what Dax to the Max is all about.
And our new friend, hopefully Howard's audio is good. I think I can see him really clearly now, which is good. So Howard, Tell us who you are, because everybody likes you. Why do we all like you? And he's muted. Howard, unmute.
He's on mute.
Hit your unmute button for us, Howard. The unmute button down there.
Let's do this. Howard, on your unmute button, let's go to Rachel. All right, Rachel, Houston, Texas. What's been happening?
Hello. Hi. Rachel Roberts from Houston, Texas, and I'm a chef, and I work for Brian as a co-host with Movie Reviews and More. And and every week I make something to eat. I can show it now, or we can do it in a little bit. But I like to cook healthy things, and my whole thing is to eat clean, drink a little dirty. So today we did steak. It's the weather is so perfect right now, and so I've got the grill going, and we always have music going, and it's a lot of fun. So today I did steak and shrimp, but the shrimp didn't make it to the plate. So, but I do have we've got a beautiful wedge salad with blue cheese and bacon and tomatoes from the garden, and we've got and this is a ribeye cap-on steak, which is really, really, really my favorite. If y'all have a Costco nearby, you can find them there. It's hard to find ribeye cap-on, but it's really a good steak. And so when we do steaks here, or when I do steaks here, not the kids, but I like to do a gin and tonic or a bourbon with tonic, and so that's what we've got going tonight. So, yep.
Okay.
Grilling, music, good stuff.
With that, Joan, do we have Joan on? Is Joan there?
Yes.
All right, Joan, I've been waiting for this. So when Rachel interviewed you for Money Locates You, this is one of the books that I need to have. Talk about why this is important. And now you're an international bestseller through Hasmark.
I didn't hear the last part, Brian. Sorry.
You're an international bestseller through Hasmark. Talk about this book.
Oh, yes. Oh, hi, everyone. This is Joan Ekobena, and I am in the beautiful state of Maryland. I am the CEO of Visiting Angels and Premier Destiny, and international bestselling author of Money Locates You. So I am really excited that it went up to that status, and I am trying to shift people's perceptions. I'm trying to change the conversation around money, whereby money can come to you not by virtue of hard work, extreme hard work, but by applying certain principles that can make you or anyone aligned to source so that they can attract money. I'm also trying to change the conversation about money in terms of people's beliefs about money. Some people have some really interesting and weird beliefs about money. So I'm trying to shift that to where their beliefs can promote them to be able to manifest more money in their life. Thank you.
All right, Terry, nonstop. Let's talk about what happened this weekend.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say happy Flag Day. Today is really an important day to me because I'm a proud citizen of this country. And every day I'm proud of my freedoms, and I'm proud that I can be creative in this country. And we just went to support our troops. My friend Steve, who does Babes in Toyland, just did his event. His events are always fabulous, always a good time. Ran into a bunch of friends. We also were able to do the John fragrance release, which was an amazing event. I don't know if Roxy has any pictures to show everyone, but it was fantastic. We had a yellow brick road. Judy Garland's slippers were there. I think that we all had a good time. So that's what we've been up to. And then I've been working on my NFTs with Carl, and it's taking another direction where now the NFTs, along with NFTs, there's going to be a book. So every day I keep going. And of course, I'm training every day hopefully trying to do a fitness competition as soon as possible. That's what I got going on right now.
Vocally Tosh, let's talk about what's been happening to you. You've been on a roll.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Natasha Rimbos, or Vocally Tosh on social media. I'm a urban Latin pop singer-songwriter, and these past few weeks have been really, really busy for me. I've been in the studio working on new music. I've been doing a couple of like podcasts and interviews for my latest single, Suéltate. And one of the greatest things that is happening, I am rehearsing for my upcoming show that will be happening on June 25th in a brewery called Beat Culture in Miami. So anyone who's in Miami, you are more than welcome to show up and sing along to some of my songs. And yeah, I'm pumped. I booked a random trip to Philly in July. So, you know, we're continuing moving and grooving and creating music and all about the good vibes.
All right, so is Howard there? Howard Wiggins, are you finally there? Oh, Howard, say something. Talk to us.
He's not gonna be able to see the chat because he's on his phone. He won't be able to see that.
All right, Howard, we're coming back to you because you're on mute. We can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Back to the max. Scott, talk about why this book is important. Because I've been seeing nothing but children's books around, but I've been thinking about yours. Go for it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, me too. Jimmy Fallon and all the rest of them writing children's books out there. I get it. It's a thing. You know, kids will kind of lean towards fear when there's something that's unknown. I mean, we all do. And if that becomes a habit for them and they don't have any choice, seemingly, then as they get older, fear will predominate on their life. What that means is their confidence goes down, their self-confidence, their self-esteem, their self-worth. And sometimes they go and they look for, you know, trouble that aren't so hard, so difficult for them. So what this book does for kids at a young age is it shows them that this power of imagination that we all have can be used for us. And it doesn't have to be an automatic thing like imagining the worst case scenario. We can actually change a situation with our imagination. And by changing that situation, it may have us move forward where it might have stopped us and had us go backwards. And that's really super important for kids to know that they actually have that inner superpower and they have that choice so that they can, you know, go do the things that they want in their lives. And, you know, that creates joy, happiness, confidence, and all the good things that make a great life for them. So that's why this book's so important.
Also talk about why. Oh, go ahead, Tosh. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Scott. The last time we had talked, I think it was back in April, and I know we had, you know, one of your goals was to maybe create like, you know, a TV show or a series about Dax to Max. Is there any progress or anything in the works that you might be able to tell us?
Yes, I can. Thanks for asking. Thanks for remembering.
Yeah.
You're my favorite urban Latin pop star in my
Oh my God, I love it. Honestly, like I really enjoyed our interview and I'm always like, you know, paying attention. So I'm so happy you're on today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so what happens with TV shows is I've written the pilot. It's really, really good. It's a little bit different than the book, whereas in the book, Dax to the Max is Dax getting an inner superpower. In the TV show, Max is actually a little mini version superhero of Dax. And whenever Dax has what we call that stinking thinking that wakes up his blah, blah, blobs in his brain, Max shows up to take him on a little journey to show him what's happening and then also make him aware of how you can think differently to do the things that you want. And that's what we call the power pods. And then the power pods and the blah, blah, blahs have a battle in his head, and we get to see that. And then ultimately he's back at whatever scared him. For instance, going across the monkey bars or sleeping without, you know, nightlight or whatever it might be. He now has this choice that he didn't have before, and he chooses the power pods and he gets past the thing that was scaring him. So after writing all that, being super ready, it went to the lawyers, man. The lawyers have to talk about the breakdowns and the percentages and Mostly it's the ancillary stuff when the plush dolls and the digitals and maybe the NFTs show up. I don't even know anything about that. And
Yeah.
it looks like they figured it out. What I heard is they're aligned. We're going to be signing the shopping agreement, continue to write with one of the producers who's also a writer, get the pitch deck and there's a reel going and send it out and get it on TV. And that's the plan. We're going. It's slower than I like, but we're going.
Tameka, we got to go to you real quick. And then we'll go to Howard if his sound is working. Tameka, talk about why this network is important for you.
She's on mute.
Absolutely. Thank you. So the network is really important to me because it's given me the opportunity to, one, be as creative as I can be. But for two, it's allowing me to offer something that the world needs. We are surrounded by depression, frustration. We're surrounded by, people being angry, wearing chips on their shoulders 24/7 just because of where we are currently in life. So this network was created during the pandemic when things were at an all-time high, feelings, emotions, and everything else. And so this network is helping to, I would say, it's giving people an opportunity to escape for a moment, escape all the rage and the anger and the frustration and the depression that they may be going through. And with the main focus on one, mental health, like we are really big on mental health. So how can we help people that are dealing with mental health issues by, giving a platform for them to talk, giving them a platform for them to listen and be heard and understood. That's what it's really about. Like I really have come into terms that my main mission in life is to help be a light for those who are dealing with, whether that's depression, mental health illnesses, whether it's diagnosed or not, but just helping people get out of situations that they may find themselves in. And so this network is really important to me. It is life work, right? I don't have any other thing that I want to be doing besides what it is that we're doing right now by pushing out positive programming through all of the content that we have on the network.
So we can have Scott on with his book. We can have Joan on with her book, Money Location, because we all need it, right? And we can have Vocally Tosh.
Absolutely.
So Rachel Roberts, talk about this. We got to go to you, and then we're going to go to Joan after that, and then Scott, and then Howard. So Rachel, talk about your weekend. You were just in from Houston, Texas to Los Angeles. Talk about your weekend.
Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Thank you for including me on that adventure. Yeah, we went to Babes in Toyland. That was really cool. I've never seen so many gorgeous women in my life. And then next night was red carpet. So, I mean, which was incredible. Yeah, it was completely surreal. Made a lot of good connections and met a lot of really, really cool people. And it was good to see, like, Jenny from Bentley and, the Bubble Huts and all our friends out there. Yeah, it was really neat. Brian, thanks for bringing all these people into that and me too. And then, building the connections with the hotels out there and it was good. It was a great trip. And, yeah, I would definitely that again. Hope there's more of those.
Well, we definitely want to bring you back out to California again. It was fun hanging out with you and seeing.
Yeah.
I wish you could have stayed a little bit later on Thursday night, but I understand you were tired because you were flying. But I mean, as I said before, it was just really neat to see them. I thought seeing the red slippers are cool. We got to take some pictures around the Judy Garland costumes. What was so crazy is that I cannot believe how tiny she was. I mean, because her clothes were like, I don't know, like a -0. Wouldn't you think, Rachel? It was kind of crazy. But I guess they were a little bit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Today.
What did you guys think of the fragrance? Like, how did it smell? Like, how did it?
Oh my God! Look!
Oh!
You can go see the bottle. It's so beautiful. And okay, this perfume. I didn't think it was going to smell like this. It smells so good. I don't know how beautiful the red bottle is. It smells, oh my God, it smells so good.
And it's a perfume. It's a unisex perfume.
Incredible. Yes.
Oh my God, Howard.
Yeah.
So we can hear you now.
Everybody,
Yay.
We got to let Howard talk now. Go ahead, Howard. Go.
I said it's a unisex perfume. Believe that's what it is, right?
Yes, it's unisex.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, Howard. Don't
You
tell
can't
us who
drink.
you are. Howard, tell us who you are and why we have you on, because we all enjoy you. Not only are you a classy guy, but you know how to dance, you know how to dress, you know how to scream women.
It's what I do. What can I say? I have what I'm doing. I live a happy life, and that's what it's about, especially at these times when things are so stressful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All I can remember is Rachel screaming, "Cowboy, cowboy!" in Nashville. That's literally every time.
And when I did the fashion show, the lady kept saying, "Oh my God, that's him."
So, Scott, this is when we were in Tennessee, and then I had known about Howard, but I hadn't met him. And when I met him, before I even talked to him, I'm like, this guy's classy. I want to dress like this guy. This guy, I don't think there's anything he can't do. But Howard, give us a short story about you and Dolly Parton and being in the hospital.
Oh my God, I had a car wreck when I was young, and I used to see Dolly every Saturday night at the Grand Ole Opry. And so when I had my car wreck, she came to see me. She had her sister and her friend with her, and there was 2 chairs on each side of the hospital bed. And the friend and her sister were sitting in the chairs, and my parents were sitting at the foot of the bed. And Dad asked Dolly, which was standing up in the corner, "Dolly, would you like to sit at the foot of my bed?" And before anything, I said, "Yeah, Dolly, sit at the foot of my bed so I can tell everybody I had Dolly Parton in my bed." So, and I couldn't turn my head. So Dolly Parton stood right over my head. Yeah, that's the view that I see.
All right, I like that. So Joan, when Rachel and I talked with you, I could not get money locates you out of my mind. And I immediately was thinking of Terry, because this is a great book, because Terry's working on things and she's got some great designs going on. But talk about why money locates you is really, really important. And what's it like to be that international best-selling author now? Yeah.
Joan, you're on mute.
You're mute.
Sorry about that. Money locates you is really important because many times people are not able to live the lifestyle that they want or to be able to realize certain goals or desires in their lives because they are self-sabotaging themselves and without even knowing it. In Money Locates You, you're going to learn some of those things that you do or words that you use that are limiting or actually hindering you from experiencing money in your life. And when I mean money, I'm talking about money in abundance. And it's also important because it's not just money that you can manifest. You can manifest anything that you want. But, I wrote about money. Again, it's also important to know that some of those beliefs that we grew up with, maybe from home, from school, from church, or from the media, they can actually affect the way we think, the thoughts that we carry in our minds, which indirectly, through our subconscious thinking, affect our feelings, our emotions, and as a result, they impact the actions that we take or do not take. That being said, the result will also be a reflection of those thoughts, beliefs, feelings, action or lack of action. So in Money Locates You, I am really hoping that my readers will be able to pick up some of those beliefs that have been limiting them or some of those things that they've been doing, maybe not realizing. And my hope is that at the end of the day, they'll be able to change their lives, change their experience with money, fall in love with money, because some people think money is evil. And I don't know if you think it's evil, why you want to carry it around around with you. But that is what I'm hoping to get in through Money Locates You. I'm just hoping that people can start changing the way they think about money, the way they perceive money and the way they go about acquiring money. How? Coming to the international bestseller, that was a big surprise for me because it was barely 3 days into the release that it became a bestseller, and the following day it was an international bestseller. And it was so funny because when I checked, I didn't even know how to check online to see what the rating was. But when I saw #1 bestseller or new release, I was excited. So I emailed Hasmark, I emailed Judy's team, and I was on a Zoom call, like, with my team, and I get this message from Hasmark, oh, you made it, you're a bestseller. And I was panicking. I was like, oh, no, I didn't mean to say I was a bestseller. And I got an email back that said, oh, no, we verified it, you're a bestseller, you're now international bestseller. So I was really excited about that. And now I'm shooting for New York Times bestseller. Why not?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, Tameka, talk about this. When it comes to having people on your network, what are the requirements? What kind of shows are you looking for?
The main requirement for people to be on my network is to have a good spirit about them. Have a spirit of serving, have a spirit of that you're looking for to help somebody else. It's not just about yourself. And the type of shows that the type of people that I like to be in partnership with when it comes to coming to the Mogul Network is people who are ready to have a good time, but they also have a message. They have a message that they are ready to share out to the world. And again, it's all about serving. It's all about, helping someone else get to their next level, whatever that level is. And so we have a number of shows that's about women's empowerment. We have a number of shows that's for millennials and highlighting entrepreneurship. We have business shows where we're talking entrepreneurs and about their journeys. And again, it's all about helping someone else who may be in the situation right now to get to the next step of what it is that they should be doing in life. We have a military veteran show called The Dash, and we are highlighting and spotlighting veterans, U.S. veterans that are telling us about their journeys in the military and after and as they transitioned out. We now have our kid channel that's actually launching in July, so we're so excited about that because now we will have kids and kid content that's going to help other kids, have a more peaceful mindset, have a mindset of, doing yoga and meditation practices. So it's all about engaging and helping someone else. So if there's a show or someone that's interested in bringing a show to the network, it's all about thinking about what your show is about. What is the mission and the vision and the purpose of that show, and how does it align with what it is that we're already doing here at the network?
I think that's really important. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. It was 14 years ago. So I was somebody who lost everything and was able to lose everything, including my car, my house, everything, and start over.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very empowering. I've also, we all suffer with depression. So I think my message always to people is to never give up. And now I'm starting my own business. I'm starting an NFT collection. I'm starting something new, and I'm doing this, at 50 years old, which, you know what I mean? Again, you always have to go for your dreams, and it's always about putting that out the universe. So I love the messages that we're talking about today. It really resonates with me.
Absolutely. And it's never too late. It's never too late to do anything. You're saying that you're 50 and you're getting ready to start something. That is okay, because it took me 18 years to have my children. So I'm an older new mom. Okay. I have 2 toddlers running around my house trying to be bullies. But it's never too late. It's never too late to do anything it is that you're wanting to do, that you're desiring to do in life. So I think it's also that mindset of perseverance, that you're going to keep going no matter what obstacle or challenge comes your way. You're going to keep going. You're going to find a way to keep going, whatever that dream or that goal is that you're wanting to achieve.
Yeah. And also too, I think when we were in Nashville, I talked about, reinventing yourself. And because Rachel and I, we were on a panel. And I think what's really important too is that you can't listen to the negative energy and the noise, because there's always going to be people. And sometimes the people that are closest to you are going to say, what you're doing is stupid. Why are you doing it? I mean, I started competing, in fitness in my 40s, and people are like, why are you doing this? You're going to compete with a bunch of 20-year-olds. I'm all, because I'm going to, because when I set my mind to, I'm going to do it. So I think a lot of people get in their head. They have to get out of their head, concentrate on that goal, envision it, put it on your vision board, and just go do it.
Yes. You
Good
spoke
for
it.
you, girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
Vocally Tosh, have you reinvented yourself? And talk about being on a panel in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was my first panel, and I was talking about social media and tips, which have helped me a lot with promoting my music. So it was a very nice experience. And honestly, I was sitting with like people who have years in the advertising marketing scene. So I felt like an amateur, but I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm here. Like, I also know a few things, so it was nice.
Yes.
It was great to be there, and I felt like back in 2020 I did reinvent myself, because that's when I decided to really go and achieve and really go for my music career. So definitely 2 years ago I kind of did a 360 and decided to really go for the music, and now I'm here. Like, it's 2 years later. Right now I just hit 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, which is freaking awesome. It's my first time ever. Yeah, it's my first time reaching. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Honestly, I'm so happy with everything that's been going on, and yeah, definitely reinvented myself, and I'm very proud of myself that I did that. Absolutely.
Hey, Scott, how do you reinvent yourself, Scott?
Well, I reinvented myself because I have ran an entertainment company for kids and teens for 25 years here in San Diego. Wow. And, it got completely just shut down in an instant when the pandemic hit. And so something that had always been on my mind, a passion of mine, which is, personal development from, both sort of a regular, like, goal setting and think positive way, but also to a spiritual kind of way, and how it all fits together. And I thought that, I could make a business, which I did, showing kids and teens, who were the market I knew best, how to use these kind of life skill, personal development things. And I thought I was reinventing myself. I thought I was going to become a new person. But it was shown to me by a mentor who just appeared, that I searched him out, and he said, no, you're not becoming a new person. You're taking your 25 entertainment experience and you're bringing it to this new, very important thing that especially this time the kids and teens could really use. And that's when MindZenMotion, which is my company and what Dax to the Max is part of, really started like getting exciting and taking off, because now it wasn't like this totally new thing and I had to throw away these 25 years. It was actually a nice hybrid, and the passion of it and what I'm getting from it and the results I'm seeing makes me think that it was absolutely the right thing to do. So a little bit, I guess, of a reinvention, but more of just a change of course by putting a hybrid together of my skill sets and my experience in education.
Amazing.
Let's talk about MindZenMotion.
Yeah, so MindZenMotion is the company that, the way that, I would describe it if I was talking to somebody in the elevator, is it's activities, games, and challenges that show teens and tweens, so it's really 10 to 16-year-olds, their inner superpowers so they can become unstoppable and unmesswithable in their lives. And what that means is that we know what unstoppable means. Unmesswithable means that when something comes at them, circumstances, challenges, obstacles, they're tougher than them, right? They come at them, they're on a path towards something that they created and they want. And then these things come at them, they don't get thrown off course. They stay the course. And they're, like I said, stronger than those things. So I take them through power parties or power quests, or I do some power speaking. Power quest is over a 6-week period of time, twice a week we meet. It can be virtual or it can be live. I've done it in schools and I've done it in Australia from, the comfort of my room. And power parties are live. They're one-time things, 2, 3, 4 hours. We get together, we turn on the music. I use what's called a power box. We have kinetic sand and Play-Doh and some, glasses and gliders and all of these things. I've created a way to show kids, in a fun way, how their conscious and subconscious works, how their neural pathways work, how, they can shift their thinking, from the inside out. Nothing on the outside has to change for them to move forward. And then a way to goal set. And so that's a power party. And then power speaking is basically just coming and talking about, any one of these things that somebody would like. Maybe it's a team, maybe it's a community event, maybe it's a school. So that's what MindZenMotion is all about.
Rachel Roberts, how have you invented yourself?
Well, let's see. Years ago, about 3 years ago, how long have we been in COVID? Because that's really when things started changing for me. Before that, I was, soccer mom, and I was, doing a lot. I was a very active mom in my kitchen, cooking all the time and being a good mommy. But when COVID started, I totally reinvented myself. I would turn on the camera as a way to stay connected to people. It made me feel like, I wasn't alone. And so I remember doing those push-up challenges and, and turning on the camera and it. And then I started doing it like I said, I started doing it in my kitchen. I was cooking. And then people were like, why don't you do videos on how to cook? And, the next thing I know, I'm doing coffee talk and I'm doing all these other things. And it's completely, my life is completely changed, and I love it. It's very exciting. So now I'm doing radio. I'm doing, stuff with Brian all the time, and growing and growing and growing. Every day I get, I pray at night for God to give me opportunities. And, it's just like, the book, talking about money comes to you, and you were saying, work with other things. You can bring love into your life. You can bring opportunities into your life through positive thinking. And so I do a lot of prayers and positive thinking, and stay happy every day. And I wake up every morning and I do coffee talk, and I'm very happy. And there's I think people feel that passion and that joy. And there was, a lot of reinventing it myself. And thank you for including me on Nashville and Los Angeles. And I look forward to seeing you next week at my house for, we're having a party with lots of people, and televised with Ray Ramirez with Roku. And we're going to have Bootman out there. And I'm going to be doing cooking all day. And, a lot of authors coming with their books to sell, and artists displaying their work. So it'll be a lot of fun. Good things coming up.
Also, who came to visit you yesterday at your house?
Well, do you see right behind me? I have Envoy magazine. Look, do you see it, Brian? I have her all over. So Yvette with Envoy magazine came, and we had a photo shoot. And I got my friend Annette, because she's beautiful, and she's, right up her alley with, working in migrant fields, and now, totally reinvented herself as well. So thank you, Yvette, for coming out with her husband all the way from, North Carolina. And it was a great photo shoot. I had food out, and it was a lot of fun.
So Tameka, talk about a couple minutes really quickly what we should do with you. Who do you want on your show? You talked about what outlets you want on your show, but who do you really want on your show? On your network, I should say.
Wow. Who do I really want on the network? I want people who are who know exactly, I think we all have a level of uncertainty at times, but I want people who are ready, people who love community, people who love to support, because I'm a very supportive person. I love to support in any way that I can, and I like that to be reciprocated as well. But I want people that are ready to really share a good message with the world, people that are ready to talk about the things that are really not talked about. those things that, they're kind of shush, they're put under the rug, put under the table. Nobody wants to really touch it because, it may be taboo. That's okay. Let's have a conversation about it because it's important. If nobody wants to talk about it, please understand somebody's being affected by nobody talking about it. So that is the kind of conversations that I want to have. I want people that's ready to have those tough conversations. Like right now, we have an event coming up at the end of the month, and it's talking about Black men and mental health. Everybody knows the segments that nobody really wants to go to therapy. Nobody wants to talk to a mental health therapist because they think you're crazy. Well, who cares? If you need help with your mental health, get help with your mental health. And so, because of everything that has happened in the past few years, I wanted to, do the state of my mental is the name of the series, and we're starting with Black men. And again, that is about having the conversations that people are kind of a little bit pushed back about not wanting to really talk about. And so we're going to keep this series going throughout the year, but just in different formats. So, we'll be talking about the youth and how youth mental health has been impacted, as well as women, as well as anybody in any category that we can touch because it's important. So the people that I really want on the network are people who are ready to push forward and have those tough conversations and not be so concerned about what everybody else is going to say about it, whether somebody's going to support it or not. You have the support because somebody out there is listening and somebody needs you to be that voice for them with the platform that you have.
I think that's great. I mean, I think there's so many subjects that people are afraid to talk about. Depression and mental health is something that, my degree when I went to college is in psychology and health science. So I used to actually worked for a treatment facility on addiction. So I'm pretty familiar with all the subject, and it's not talked about enough. And I think a lot of people sometimes, we all talk about social media, but social media sometimes I think does people a disservice because they look at these people and they think that I'm supposed to be perfect. I'm supposed to look like that. And the reality is that people they're not always happy. They're hiding. And like people like they put themselves in these unrealistic places based on social media. And I know it's like a hard subject to talk about, but I really think it needs to be talked about more because people commit suicide because they don't live up to the standard of social media. I mean, it happens every day.
Exactly. And I will say that all of you who are here tonight, all of you should join me at the Mogul TV Global Network because we all have a platform. We all have a message. We all have things that people are ready to hear. We all have content and a platform that people can benefit from. So I'm here. It's just a phone call or an email to get in contact with me.
All right, Joan, we got about 5 minutes left. Give you a social media link and how do you inspire me? Because I ride on my scooter, my e-scooter every day, talking about money locates me out loud. I don't care I just don't care, but money comes away. And it's all up to you because you came up with the title.
Brian, I heard some of what you said, but before I try to answer your question, I just want to let everyone know, your viewers and listeners, that we are going to be having the official launch of Money Locates You at the National Harbor in Maryland. We're going to have a lot of fun, prizes, contests on June 25th of this year. So please stay tuned check me out on social media, Money Locates You, or Joan Ekobena, social media. And the title, I don't know if I shared this with you when we last spoke with Rachel. I stepped out of my shower and I just heard Money Locates You, and I was like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to? What is this about? What am I supposed to do with this? But like I said before, I felt like I was aligned with spirit to the point where I could hear inspired ideas or inspired ideas, and I quickly was able to pick up on that, and right there and then the idea to write a book came up in my spirit. So that's how Money Locates You was born, and actually the title Money Locates You came about.
All right, Scott, give your social media links.
Yeah, well, mostly it's all under MindZenMotion. I think that they've been posted up there. There you go, at MindZenMotion on Instagram. Good place. I post a lot of stuff there. Facebook is my own, so it's Scott-Feld. There's Twitter. Yep, TikTok. They all are. So, yep, you can find me. I post just about every day on all of those, or Facebook and Instagram mostly. And you can get a hold of me at MindZenMotion.com. You can see how it's spelled there with the Z. And I'd love to talk to anybody who wants to empower their teens. Nothing has to be wrong. It's just a matter of feeling a little limited or stopped and unsure and wanting to get going again. And that's what I provide inside of my courses, quests, journeys, power parties, all of it.
Howard Wiggins, give me social media link. And if Howard's not there, Rachel, give yours.
At on all social media platforms. Yeah, at Rachel Roberts Recipes. You'll find me.
And Nonstop, go ahead. And Vocally Tosh after that.
Nonstop Terry Marie on all social media platforms. And be on the lookout for the next month for Nonstop Conspiracy Farm, because that's my NFT series. And then it's not out yet, but be on the look for it. And then terrymarie.com official.
And you can find this Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms. Vocally Tosh, my website, natasharumbosmusic.com. And make sure to listen to Suéltate. It's on all streaming platforms. It's a Brazilian funk, and it's all about women empowerment. So take a listen, and yeah, hit me up on social media.
And Howard, you get the last word if you're there. If he's there, Howard, give you social media link. Go ahead.
I'm Howard Wiggins. Probably an actor, and I'm reinventing myself.
We lost him, but we're going to make sure we put it up. I'll make sure I tag him with that. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Yes, it was technical problem Tuesday, but that's okay. I thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to say this. Follow everybody. Check out what everybody has. And if you see someone out of smile, please give them one of yours, because the world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more, and we'll see you next week.